All right, hello, and welcome to what I believe is the third episode officially of the Filmbox podcast. My name's Aaron Souza, and I'm your humble guide, kind of like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Not very helpful, but I'm there. And I'm joined by my co-host, Connor.
How y'all doing?
And we have a special guest today. Joining us today is Josh from Four Nerds by Nerds.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's an honor. I've never been the first guest on anyone's show before.
Well, we are super thrilled to have you on. So tell us a little bit about your podcast, what you do, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, sure. I'd like to say that we are a movie-centric podcast. We try to stick more towards nerdy movies, but we love film so much. We kind of say that we're big nerds for film, that it's we'll do anything. We do a lot of like commentary tracks and Jeopardy games and top 10s, stuff like that. It's real fun. And we have new episodes every Monday.
Definitely be sure to check that out. That's it's good stuff. They make really great stuff, so definitely check them out. And be on the lookout for some Jeopardy games coming in the future.
Yeah, super fun. Everybody loves Jeopardy.
Oh, for sure. So we got your regular slate of news today. We've got some fun stuff to talk about. We've got some games. We've got some random film generation. We've got just about everything you could ever want from a podcast, I think. In my humble opinion, anything that you could ever want in a podcast is here today. So
Indeed.
So rolling right on into it, and Josh, you said earlier that you were a Halloween fan. Well, the Halloween Ends trailer came out.
Yeah, it did.
It looks good.
It does look good, yeah. A little worried about certain things, but it was entertaining.
Now, were you a fan of Halloween Kills at all?
Yeah, I like it for how stupid it is. Like, I know it's not a great movie, but there's so many. He kills like 38 people in that movie. It's hard not to like.
I know.
He just kills an entire town, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first time I watched it, I got very upset with how dumb everyone was. And then I watched it again, and it made it so much more enjoyable just knowing that everyone was dumb.
Yeah, I definitely liked it more the second time I watched it, because I'm like, I know where this is going.
No, it was definitely enjoyable. I liked the first one, the first requel, I guess, as we can call it, better. Obviously, that was a much better movie, but this one, the last one was fun. But yeah, no, I'm excited for it. And I was upset, though, and I tweeted it out earlier in the week. I was upset that they had touted it as such a departure from the rest of the series, and I was really, really hoping that they'd turn it into a rom-com, but they didn't. And I just wanted Mike Myers to find love. I really did.
He's past that point.
Moves past Halloween and goes to Valentine's Day.
Oh man, that would honestly be a real Halloween move though if they did that. Just like pull a Halloween 3 and just make it a whole new movie.
A whole new thing. No Michael Myers. He just kind of pops in, pops out.
He's like, "Hey, I'm here. Bye."
I'm a little worried that Jamie Lee Curtis dies in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, that's very true.
Because you kind of everything you see of her just looks like it's just the one scene. It doesn't look like it's a bunch of different spots in the movie.
You know what I was
also,
reading
this didn't feel like a full trailer either. It kind of just felt like a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
It was a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was like, hey, it's Mike Myers, and he's out and fighting and
out and about.
Fighting and fighting and fighting. And that's about it.
I guess one of the popular fan theories about it is there's going to be more than one Michael, like copycat killers. Okay. So I don't know if that's their departure from the typical Halloween structure, but that becomes a bit too screamy for me. So I don't know if I would like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Entirely. Yeah, hopefully fans are dumb and
yeah.
David Gordon Green is smarter than us.
Yeah. Well, it could be, too, that they kill Michael Myers right at the beginning of the movie, and then the rest of it is like, oh, shit, there's another Mike.
That was actually fake Mike.
That was fake Mike.
That was prison Mike. Real Mike's back here.
Oh, boy. Well, either way, I'm hoping that it's good. It comes out actually really soon. I'm excited for it.
I'm excited to see where it goes after this, because there's no way this is the last movie.
No. We talked about it last time. I think this will be the end until like a year or two from now. They want to dust him off, make a couple $100 million, start it all over again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of like horror classic movies, not really a classic, but Jordan Peele's new movie Nope has had some initial reviews. It's looking really, really good, and I'm excited to try and see it. I know his movies. He's made 3 movies now, and all of them have been pretty well acclaimed. So I'm really excited to see how things turn out with that.
Same. I mean, I've loved Get Out. I thought Us maybe a little bit of a step back, but it was still really fun to watch. And Nope, everything I've been reading, it just sounds like it is completely crazy. Just no one can really comprehend what's really happening, and that's honestly one of the most positive things I look for in a movie review.
Mm-hmm. For sure. The Oppenheimer movie is released a poster. I believe they have the posters out now, right?
Correct, yeah. The poster has been released. It stars Cillian Murphy looking like a badass in the midst of an explosion. Yeah, I mean, when hasn't he? And it has been said that the first teaser trailer is coming along with Nope. So when Nope officially releases tomorrow when we record this, that's when we'll get our first look at Oppenheimer.
That's very exciting. That cast is just so loaded. I think it's going to be really, really good.
It is crazy stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Like during our Emmy talk, we had talked about a couple of the shows that had a lot of actors or actresses being nominated for the same show. This feels like it could do the exact same.
Yes, definitely is. It's all Nolan always seems to bring the stacked cast, even though I don't really feel like any of his movies have been that great since like Inception, Dark Knight era.
That's fair.
That's definitely a fair analysis. Although I did like Interstellar. That's one of my more favorite movies, but that one's also a long watch. Like I can't. I have a hard time.
It's just so long.
Movie. It's like it's good in snippets. Like I can watch a half hour of it and just be totally happy. But if I sit down and watch the whole thing, I'm like, I just wasted like 3 hours doing this.
Well, I was going to say, lucky for you that you have shared that you have the ability to stop a movie, leave it completely, and then come back as if nothing has happened.
Yep. I love doing that. I started doing that with The Bad Guys on Peacock, and I have yet to come back to it, but I will get back to it at some point.
The animated movie?
Yes, the animated one.
Yeah, I took my kids to see that. That's a good movie.
Oh, is it good? I gotta finish watching it. I just finished, and I think we talked about it a little bit, one of the other podcasts, but I finished Abbott Elementary, which was awesome. I was really, really happy with that series. So
I need to start watching TV again. I feel like I'm just waiting for movies to come out, and I have a lot of free time. It's a shame.
Yeah, it's very fun. Very, very fun. So we also have one of our other interesting articles here that we have that's in the news is Netflix making a pretty large announcement when it comes to what they're trying to do with their series, and they're quote-unquote trying to find its inner Star Wars and create some sort of like cinema, movie, show, universe type of thing with characters that they can use over and over and over and over, like Marvel's doing, like Star Wars has done, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so Netflix has been in the mud recently. They're not doing too great. We're no finance buffs, but they've been struggling a little bit. And one of the things that they're looking to do to right the ship is, like you said, start going down the franchise path, where I think they brought it up with Stranger Things, one of their, actually probably the most popular show right now. They want to be able to make spin-offs of that, make movies off that, sell merch off that. I think they even announced that they're going to create a stage play for Stranger Things, which feels like a bit too much, but...
A stage play? I mean, well, I guess it makes sense though with half the cast being like Broadway trained actors.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to see where they bring that kind of. I've been waiting for a sci-fi type series that's not Star Trek or Star Wars to come in and really break the mold. Because there have been other sci-fi type movies and series have come up. Battlestar Galactica comes to mind, but there's nothing that's been like as impactful as those two, and I want something that's different.
I think just being able to build off stories definitely helps make it feel a lot more immersive than how isolated each project feels. Because they do have a lot of good original shows and content that they have the like exclusive licensing to. It would be nice for them to be able to build off that.
For sure. All right, so I think that's all we got for news stuff for this episode. But we do have some games to play. We got some fun games. So the first game that I wanna play is a game that I like to call "You've Lost the Plot." Now we've played this already once on the podcast. So if you don't know how it works, and Josh, if you don't know how it works, I'm gonna give you guys some random film plots that are just completely outlandish, and you got to tell me whether or not that plot is real. And then if it is real, I will give you bonus points if you can actually guess the movie that it's from.
Yeah, last time I was going up against myself. Happy to say that I did beat myself, so.
All right, so are you ready? Are you ready to give this game a try?
Absolutely.
All righty. So, plot number 1, we've got doctors are forced to transplant the head of a dying racist surgeon onto the body of a black death row inmate. Is this plot real or fake?
That's real.
Connor?
I think it's real too.
All right. You would be correct. Can you give me the name of the movie?
Oh, is it a movie? I was thinking it was a Twilight Zone episode.
It is not. This is an actual film.
You're not getting anything out of me.
All right. This would be the 1972 film The Thing with Two Heads.
Ah, yes.
You know what that reminded me of? There was a movie back in not that, but there was a movie back in 1994 called Tammy and the T-Rex.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yes.
Yep. In it, Paul Walker dies and has his brain transplanted into a T-Rex.
What is this movie?
Tammy and the T-Rex.
What the hell? What? Jesus Christ. All right, well.
It's a movie.
You guys each get a point, so you got 1 point each. The next film we got. After a worldwide nuclear war, where 68% of the male population was wiped out and virile men become a rarity, a scavenger and highly virile man is assigned to help rescue a group of fertile women kidnapped by humanoid frogs. Is this real or fake, ladies and gentlemen?
This is real.
I want to say it's real too.
You would be correct. Can you give me the name of this film?
I feel like I've seen a poster of it though, for whatever reason.
Oh boy, Josh, you got anything?
Is it Hell Comes to Frogtown?
It is Hell Comes to Frogtown. You would be absolutely correct. That is 2 points for you.
Yeah, Rowdy Piper.
That is just the most absurd plot. I've never seen it, but oh my god. Oh man. All right. Next, so what is it? The score is now 3-2.
Yeah.
All right. Next plot. After a strange citywide power outage threatens to loom large for weeks, a man must team up with a talking rat to turn the power back on and find the cause before he loses his business. Is that real or fake?
I'm going to say fake.
I'll say real, just to be contrary.
That would be a fake film plot, something I just made up yesterday. Oh man, tell you what, it's hard coming up with crappy film plots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't watch that. Unless you made that rat like Splinter, then maybe.
Yeah, if you knew Kung Fu,
can't-
that's a different story.
Exactly.
I can't imagine too many people who were racing to go see Hell Comes to Frogtown in theaters. To be honest,
Well, you never know.
I mean, what was the one last time that I didn't get Joe's apartment with the talking
Joe's
cop?
apartment.
Oh, you don't know Joe's apartment?
I don't.
Jerry O'Connell.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. All right, the last movie I got. After being banished from their tribe, two hunter-gatherers encounter biblical characters and eventually wind up in the city of Sodom. Is this real or is this fake?
True. Or real.
True. Oh my goodness.
I'll say fake.
This would be a real movie.
Oh,
And can anyone tell me what the name of this film is for an extra bonus point?
Is that year one?
That is correct. It is year one with Jack Black from 2009.
I remember watching this literally I think on the last day of school.
Oh my god, what?
We were all packing our stuff to get out, and we just put on year one in the background.
Why?
It was on TV.
Oh man. Oh boy. Well, that is all the prompts I got. I think we ended up with a tie.
No, I think I took that.
Oh, you did get 2 points right at the end, but Josh also got a 2-pointer. So I think it ended up being a tie.
That's fair, actually, yeah. I'll settle for a tie. Good game.
All right. That was impressive. If we have you on next time to play this game, I will come up with some much harder prompts because you've seen a lot of movies, I can tell.
yeah. I did a game like that once, and I can attest to the fact that it is very hard to make up movies that sound believable but also sound like bullshit.
Honestly, it was like I was sitting here for like 20 minutes, like trying to write a 1-sentence prompt of like what sounds bad.
They're all taken.
Literally, it's like, oh, that's an actual movie. Oh crap! All right, well, I think that's going to lead us into our main segment here, which is our random film script. So, how this little bit works is we have a little generator that we're gonna go through, and I'm gonna kind of Mad Lib style throw out things that I need from you guys, and then at the very end I'll send along the full script, and we will read it together in character, and go along with it and see what we can come up with. All right, so let's, without further ado. So this theme. The type of story we're going to be telling is a story about overcoming the monster, which is the only plot type that they give us here in this generator for now, but we're working on it. All right, so I'm going to need 3 locations from you guys, and let's do it with two interior and 1 exterior. It could be anything you want.
I'll defer to Josh first.
Haunted Mansion.
Okay, Haunted Mansion. Perfect. Haunted Mansion. Like Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion, or just a Haunted Mansion?
Any Haunted Mansion will do.
Coney Island.
All right, Coney Island.
And then what, another indoor one?
Yes, let's get another interior.
The set of Kitchen Nightmare.
All right. A set of Kitchen Nightmare. Perfect. And so now we're going to get some characters. So our protagonist. Now we can either do a character name generator, or we can just come up with a name for this male or female. It's up to you guys. I think when we tried it out, we did a generator, and it worked out. Like, there are some crazy names that this thing kicks out.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's see.
Give us a name.
Let's see the name. We've got... Okay. So the first one that had popped out at me was Mrs. Stephanie Smallcock, so that's what I'm going with. I'm not even joking. The first name on this stupid generator. All right. Stephanie Smallcock.
Smallcock.
That's... it's just absurd. All right. And now we need 2 adjectives to describe Stephanie.
I mean, how would I feel with a small cock? Depressed.
Depressed. All right, we got depressed.
I'm going to say bouncy. Is that an adjective?
Oh, boy. And a job for Miss Stephanie.
Politician.
Okay. That tracks. All right, so now we need a sidekick. So I'm going to kick out a sidekick here, and we'll flip the gender norms and make the sidekick a male. 3, 2, 1. His name is
Jefferson Steelflex.
All right, I'm going with that because that's better than anything that this thing just popped out at me. Except for the title of Lord Jefferson Steelflex.
Do you know what that's from?
I have no clue.
Drake and Josh.
Oh, wait, is it really?
Yeah, it's from the episode that they get fake IDs to go to a concert.
Oh my god. Now, how would we describe Mr. Steelflex? Lord Steelflex, I'm sorry.
Spunky.
Bunky or spunky?
Spunky.
Spunky.
Powerful.
And powerful.
Yeah, he's kind of quirky, but he commands the room.
Yes. And I'm making him a professional sidekick. All right, and now we're rolling with a love interest. We can make that either male or female. Let's go with Mr. I put male, and it bumped me out with Mr. Virginia York. So, okay.
It's a family name.
A family name for a family man.
My friends call me Virgin York.
Virgin York? All right, and then 2 adjectives to describe Mr. York.
Lanky.
Lanky.
Long, tall, and handsome.
And would anyone be opposed if his second adjective was that kind of educated where it's really annoying?
Works for me.
Yeah, go for it.
Where they're really annoying. Okay. And his job.
Space accountant.
Did you say space accountant?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that totally tracks.
Space accountant. All right, and now finally the enemy. Male or female for this one?
To female.
A female villain.
Countess Stephanie Featherbottom III.
All right, I love it.
She comes from old money.
Stephanie.
She's real racist.
Bottom the third.
Job
female.
racist.
Professional racist.
Professional racist. And one more adjective to describe Miss Stephanie Featherbottom.
Dangerous.
Dangerously
thick.
Dangerously thick.
Oh boy. Okay. And now we're past people, so I need a type of monster that someone might try and defeat. For example, zombie, dragon, anything like that.
A beholder.
The beholder?
It's a big eye with a bunch of little small eyes.
All right. I love it. Okay, and a weapon that can be used to defeat that type of monster. Plural, especially. So like swords, arrows, that kind of stuff.
Nunchucks.
Nunchucks. The ultimate secret weapon against the beholder.
Yeah, take out all those little eyes.
Exactly.
And now something precious, for example, like a necklace or a ring, anything like that.
Butt plug.
All right, perfect. Putting it very precious to some people. An adjective to describe the precious object.
Stinky.
Sharp.
The sharp and stinky butt plug. Perfect. A vegetable.
Eggplant.
This has gone totally off the rails, and I love it. All right, the protagonist's favorite type of sweet. For example, chocolate, fruit gums, stuff like that.
Skittles.
Taste the rainbow.
Yeah.
That's his catchphrase.
A type of music.
But before we move on, I don't know if you guys saw this, but apparently Skittles is being sued for being unfit for human consumption.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no.
I saw a commercial that they put out an apology for green apple or something like that. They're yeah, this is not the taste of the rainbow.
This is the taste right before you die.
This is the taste of falling off the rainbow. All right, so we need a type of music.
Screamo.
Perfect. And a group of victims, plural. For example, children, swimmers.
The elderly
Just a group of victims. The elderly. The elderly again. Okay. The elderly. Something bad the monster might do to its victims.
Fist.
What was that?
Fist.
Oh, fist the elderly. Okay.
Hey, that's we need a hero for that.
We need a hero. Oh, boy. And an embarrassing secret that you might reveal at a weak moment. For example, the one that it says here is, I'm afraid of sausages.
So we have a female main protagonist. 3 nipples.
I have 3. I have 3.
The location of the third might surprise you.
Unbeknownst to anyone.
And finally, our great pen name, Jerry. And write me a movie script. All right, let's see. So I will send this along. Oh, what?
Oh, no.
It's filtering out the word butt plug, so we gotta change butt plug.
Just put plug and we'll know what it is.
Yeah, just put plug.
Look, it didn't flag Stephanie's small cock, so I think we're in the clear.
Well, it's because it's a name. The small cocks have a long history in America.
All right. All right, so let me just send this link here in the chat.
Smallcocks built this country.
I think this is going to be a very fun story. The title, I just want to make known, the title is called Racist the Beholder. So...
That sounds like a metalcore band.
All right, so I'm just putting it in the general chat here. So you guys can navigate over to that and grab it.
Okay.
And we will choose roles.
All right, so it looks like we have Stephanie, Virginia, and Jefferson.
And then Stephanie again, which is going to be very confusing.
Oh, we have 2.
We have Stephanie Featherbottom and then Stephanie Smallcock.
Oh, why didn't we?
Oh no!
Why didn't we catch that?
Can you? Is there a way to edit it? Can you edit it?
I should be able to if I go back.
Yeah, go back and change it to.
Yes, I will just put Stephanie with an F instead of a PH.
No, just call her like June or something.
Dutchess.
Yeah, Dutchess.
Dutchess. All right. We had given her the title of Countess already, so I'm rolling with
Countess.
I'm rolling with Countess Dutchess Featherbottom.
Rolls off the tongue.
The third. Perfect. Okay, so let me just resend this little link here. Then we'll get to reading.
So we have to give each person an accent.
You can do whatever you want with the character you've chosen.
Oh, we also need a narrator.
I can narrate and do a voice if someone wants to do another voice, and then someone can do 2 voices. All right, so I will take. I want Lord Jefferson Steel Flex.
I'll be Dutchess.
Countess Dutchess.
I'll be Countess Dutchess.
Okay.
So we need a Virginia.
And we need a Stephanie.
Damn, we need another person.
I can read for Virginia as well.
All right, I'll be Stephanie.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm Dutchess.
All right. So everyone got their little script up?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, so we start in the interior of the haunted mansion in the afternoon. Depressed politician Stephanie Smallcock is arguing with spunky space accountant Virginia York. Stephanie tries to hug Virginia, but he shakes her off. I forgot Virginia was the guy.
Me too.
Oh, boy.
All right. Please, Virginia, don't leave me.
I'm sorry, Stephanie, but I'm looking for somebody a bit more brave. Somebody who faces her fears head on instead of running away.
I'm such a person.
Virginia frowns. I'm sorry, Stephanie. I just don't feel excited by this relationship anymore. Virginia leaves. Stephanie sits down, looking defeated. Moments later, lanky sidekick, Lord Jefferson Steelflex, barges in looking flustered.
Goodness, Jefferson, is everything okay?
I'm afraid not.
What is it? Don't keep me in suspense.
It's a beholder. I saw an evil the beholder fist a bunch of the elderly.
Defenseless the elderly.
Yes, defenseless the elderly. Whew.
Bloomin' heck, Jefferson. We've got to do something.
I agree. I wouldn't know where to start.
You could start by telling me where this happened.
I was... Jefferson fans himself and begins to wheeze.
Focus, Jefferson, focus. Where did it happen?
Coney Island! That's right! It was Coney Island. Stephanie springs up and begins to run. Exterior, a road, continuous. Stephanie rushes along the street, followed by Jefferson. They take a shortcut through some back gardens, jumping fences along the way. Exterior, Coney Island, shortly after. Dutchess Featherbottom III, Countess Dutchess Featherbottom III, a racist the beholder, terrorizes the elderly. Stephanie, closely followed by Jefferson, rushes towards Dutchess, but suddenly stops in her tracks. What is it? What's the matter?
That's just not any the beholder. That's just Dutchess Featherbottom III.
Who's Dutchess Featherbottom III?
Who's Dutchess Featherbottom III? Who's Dutchess Featherbottom III? Only the most racist the beholder in the universe.
Blinking knickers, Stephanie. We're gonna need some help if we're gonna stop the most racist the beholder in the universe.
You can say that again.
We're gonna need some help. We're gonna stop the most racist beholder in the universe.
I'm gonna need nunchucks. Lots of nunchucks.
Dutchess turns and sees Stephanie and Jefferson. She grins an evil grin.
Stephanie Smallcock, we meet again.
It's just old and decrepit. Oh, you've met?
Yes, it was long ago. Long time ago.
Exterior, a park, back in time. A young Stephanie is sitting in a park listening to some screamo music when suddenly a dark shadow casts over her. She looks up and sees Countess Dutchess. She takes off her headphones.
Would you like some Skittles?
Stephanie's eyes light up, but then she studies Countess Dutchess Featherbottom III more closely and looks uneasy.
I don't know. You look kind of racist.
Me? No, I'm not racist. I'm the least racist the beholder in the world.
Wait, you're the beholder?
Stephanie runs away, screaming.
You were a coward.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, exterior, Coney Island, present day.
You were a coward then, and you're a coward now.
You ran away? I've changed this guy's accent 4 times.
I was a young child. What was I supposed to do?
Stephanie turns to Dutchess.
I may have run away from you then, but I won't run away this time.
Stephanie runs away. She turns back and shouts.
I mean, I'm running away, but I'll be back with nunchucks.
I'm not scared of you, you little punk.
You should be.
Now we move to the interior, the set of Kitchen Nightmare. Later that day, Stephanie and Jefferson walk around searching for something.
I feel sure I left my nunchuck somewhere around here.
Are you sure? It doesn't seem like an odd place to keep deadly nunchucks. I've gone to Morty now. I did this the last time, too. God.
You know nothing's Jefferson Steelflex.
We've been searching for ages. I really don't think they're here. Suddenly, Dutchess appears, holding a pair of nunchucks.
You looking for something?
Crikey, Stephanie, she's got your nunchucks.
Tell me something I don't know already.
The Earth's circumference at the equator is about 40,075 kilometers.
I know that already.
I have 3 nipples!
Dude.
While Dutchess is looking at Jefferson with disgust, just pure disdain for this being.
3 nipples.
How dare you? Stephanie lunges forward and grabs her deadly nunchucks. She wields them triumphantly.
Prepare to die, you racist eggplant.
That is the best insult I've ever heard in my entire life.
No,
I'm
please.
taking that. I'm using that for life.
No, please. All I did was fist a punch of the elderly.
Virginia enters, unseen by any of the others.
I cannot tolerate what kind of behavior. The elderly were defenseless. Well, now they have a defender, and that's me, Stephanie Smallcock, defender of the innocent, the elderly.
Please don't hurt me. Please.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't use these nunchucks on you right away.
Because, Stephanie, I'm your mother.
Stephanie looks stunned for a few moments, but then collects herself.
No, you're not.
Shit, it was worth a try.
Dutchess tries to grab the nunchucks, but Stephanie dodges out of the way.
Who's your mommy now, huh? Huh?
Unexpectedly, Dutchess slumps to the ground. Did she just faint?
I think so. Well, that's disappointing. I rather hoping for a more dramatic conclusion involving my deadly nunchucks.
Stephanie crouches over Dutchess's body. Be careful, Stephanie. It could be a trick.
No, it's not a trick. It appears that it would seem Duchess Featherbottom III is dead. What? Yes, it appears that I scared her to death.
Jefferson claps his hands. I think you asked your own question and answered it. So your nunchucks did save the day after all. Virginia steps forward. Oh, God, how did this guy sound? Is it true? Did you kill the racist beholder?
Virginia, how long have you been there?
Virginia puts his arm around Stephanie. Long enough.
Then you saw it for yourself. I killed Duchess Featherbottom III.
Then the elderly are safe.
It does seem that way.
A crowd of vulnerable the elderly enter, looking relieved. You are there, hero. Then the elderly bow to Stephanie.
There is no need to bow to me. I seek no worship. The knowledge that Duchess Featherbottom III will never fist the elderly ever again is enough for me.
You are humble as well as brave. One of the elderly passes Stephanie a sharp and stinky plug. I think they want you to have it as a symbol of their gratitude.
I couldn't possibly.
Pause.
Well, if you insist.
Stephanie takes the plug.
Just pop that bad boy in.
Thank you.
The elderly bow their head once more and leave. Stephanie turns to Virginia.
Does this mean you want me back?
Oh, Stephanie, of course I want you back. Stephanie smiles for a few seconds, but then looks defiant.
Well, you can't have me.
What?
You had no faith in me. You had to see my scar, the beholder to death. You had to see me scare the beholder to death before you believe in me. I don't want a lover like that.
But
Please leave. I want to spend time with the one person who stayed with me through thick and thin. My best friend, Jefferson.
Jefferson grins. But you heard the lady, and now... Oh, sorry. You heard the lady, and I'll be off with you. Skedaddle, shoo. Stephanie.
I'm sorry, Virginia, but I think you should skedaddle.
Virginia leaves. Jefferson turns to Stephanie. Did you mean that? You know that I'm your best friend?
Of course you are.
The two walk off arm in arm. Suddenly, Jefferson stops. When I said I had 3 nipples, you know I was just trying to distract the beholder, don't you?
And
The
scene.
And scene. Wow. That
was
amazing. Amazing. Oh. It's one of the best scripts I think cinema will ever have. I think Scorsese just needs to call us up right now.
I saw that. I saw my phone start ringing, and I think Spielberg was on the other end.
Oh, God.
All we need is $120 million and a dream.
Yeah, we can make it work. Oh, boy. Well, for a nice little cool down after that, I've got another game for you guys to play. And this one, I don't have a clever name for it yet. But I'm calling it Guess the Movie Based on the 1-Star Amazon Review. So it needs a little bit of work, but I got a few movies here for you guys that I'm going to read off the Amazon review. You're going to try and guess what movie it is, and I'll give you a point if you guess the movie. I've got 3 movies plus a bonus.
Okay.
And without further ado, so here's movie number 1. It's a Martin Scorsese clip show. It looks and sounds like Casino with a different setting, less story, fewer characters, and 3 hours of exhausting graphic hedonism. It's a slightly more artistic version of the pizza guy delivering his sausage in a box to the half-clothed lady in apartment B. When I was a teenager, late-night Skinamax specials were fun to watch. They were exciting. This movie was a Skinamax on steroids, and I was bored for nearly 3 hours. I was glad when it finally ended. Now, what movie could this be?
And it's a Scorsese movie?
Tis.
The Irishman.
Is not The Irishman.
Scorsese directed?
Yes. I'll give you that.
I was going to say Joker, but... I don't know. I can't think of any that are... I'm trying to think of ones newer than Casino.
This would be...
I have another guess.
Oh, you have a guess?
I feel like we can guess a couple before we give up.
Yeah, go ahead. Guess a couple.
Is it Goodfellas?
It is not Goodfellas.
Is it Taxi Driver?
It is not Taxi Driver.
Okay, the last movie I think I know that he's directed is The Wolf of Wall Street.
It would be The Wolf of Wall Street. This is an Amazon 1-star. This is a real review that someone gave The Wolf of Wall Street on Amazon. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it when I read it. It was hilarious.
It makes so much sense now.
It does. It really does. All right. Next movie, next review. This is also a 1-star review. This says, this is like taking a box of toys and jamming your head repeatedly into the box with your eyes wide open until you're blind and bleeding. Another film where it's obvious nobody really cared about actual cinema craft. Good storytelling, good photography. Screw that, let's make a bunch of really idiotic action sequences for people who are dressed for no sensible reason at all, like 8-year-olds on Halloween. At least there are some decent visual effects. That is the only reason I can see that this film actually deserving the 1-star I'm obliged to give it. This film is horrendous. Clearly most of America actually bought it, but to me this is as low as it gets.
Is it The Last Jedi?
It is not The Last Jedi.
Is it The Avengers?
It is The Avengers.
He's killing it.
Someone rated The Avengers 1 star and called it a box of taking a box of toys and jamming your head repeatedly into it with your eyes open.
Once you said dressing like 8-year-olds for Halloween, that was my giveaway.
Yep. Yeah, I figured that would probably tip it a little bit. Oh, man. All right. Next one we got here. This movie itself is really boring. The protagonists spend all their time running from enemies whom they can easily destroy when they finally do have to face them, making one wonder why they bother running if they could just save time by killing all the bad guys at the outset. Every scene is drawn out to a ridiculous length. The journey is very disjointed with no coherent flow from scene to scene. The scenery was nice. That's about the best I can say for this movie.
The Lord of the Rings.
That would be correct. This is the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring.
Nice one.
1 star.
1 star. I mean, I went out and searched for 1-star reviews specifically for this and was blown away by the opinions some people have. All right, last one that I got here. And this is a bonus one. It goes, I figured with the title, it was a documentary about how urbanization is affecting wildlife. But no, it's about some scumbag that does a bunch of drugs and has a boat.
I feel like this should be off the top of the head, but how many people have boats? Is this one Goodfellas?
It is not
Okay.
Goodfellas.
I have no idea.
Can you read it again? Before
I can read it again. I figured with the title, it was a documentary about how urbanization is affecting wildlife. But no, it's about some scumbag that does a bunch of drugs and has a boat.
Yeah, I don't know.
This would be the Wolf of Wall Street again.
Are you serious?
But yes, and I wanted to point out that this was the featured review on Amazon Prime when I looked it up, and that's why I had to put it in. I just couldn't believe someone put that. Oh,
They thought it'd be a documentary.
Oh boy!
I have a segment like this on my show when we do movie commentaries called The Best of the Bad, where we if it's a good movie, we read 1-star reviews, but if it's a bad movie, we read 10-star reviews.
I love that. I love that.
That
Oh
sounds
my
like a lot
God.
of fun.
It really does. Oh boy. Well, I think that's what I've got for today's episode. I want to thank you again, Josh, for coming on. It was a lot of fun having you here, and I'm really excited to potentially have you on for more episodes in the future. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some more film scripts randomly generated, because that was an absolute blast.
Absolutely. This was amazing. I had a blast.
Oh boy. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Connor, thank you for always being here like you do.
You're welcome.
And thank you, audience, for listening. We really appreciate your support. And with that, I will cut the film box.